What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the blue color, playing as Poseidon. His name is Matreiuss. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Thor. His name is Thor's horse head. Whatever that means, it's funny because it's actually Shadowfaxx, right? I mean, Shadowfaxx is in chat, so he can tell me if it's not Shadowfaxx, because I can't keep track of the Smurfs. But it would be funny if it was that, because Shadowfaxx is technically, it is a horse, and it's probably technically a god, like a god's horse in a way. So you get, it's all a big circle of different horses. It's all a big circle of horses. That Shadowfaxx really likes. So if you were ever wondering what sort of a present to get Shadowfaxx for birthday or for Christmas, it's definitely a replica horse, and I think it would be ecstatic with that kind of a gift. So for those potential future girlfriends or wives for Mr. Shadowfaxx, you just have to deal with. He's got a little bit of a fetish thing going on. That's fine. Matreiuss. This is fun. We've got the map Frozen Wastes here. Poseidon versus Thor. I believe that the Shadowfaxx is arguably the best Norse player currently playing Norse with a very, very close to Soup and Rappel. But he's just the most solid of all of the Norse players. He's got the water maps down in a very, very good way. His micro is impeccable. He's not too crazy. He's always fairly well level-headed when he plays. So I'm excited to see how he's going to match up against arguably the best Poseidon player to have ever played the game, Matreiuss. Now, if you've been following any of the kind of balance shenanigans that the balance talks in any of the Discord chats, I think a lot of people, they are of the opinion that the balance is a bit of a circle. Greek beats Egyptian, beats Norse, beats Greek, beats Egyptian. Wait, I already said that. Greek beats Egyptian, beats Norse, beats Greek. Goes in the circle. Yes. And I actually think that that's relatively true for the standard play. If Matreiuss decides to play standard play here, and Shadowfaxx decides to play standard play, I think most of the time on the high hunt maps like Frozen Wastes or name basically any map with hunt on it, which is every map, the Norse player is going to have the advantage. So what ends up happening is if you do play standard as Poseidon, you have to outplay your opponent. You have to outplay them. So we'll see if Matreiuss is going to go for that or if he's going to go for something a little bit more crazy. Now, there are crazy strats that Poseidon can do, and we are seeing Matreiuss going for this early Theseus, which I really don't like. I really don't like, because we see this relic is here. Mithril Horseshoes is a huge relic, though. So, okay, I take it all back. Getting the early hero out, I do like it, because he needs to keep that away from his opponent. Because if his opponent grabs this, we move over to our opponents here. We do see Shadowfaxx getting the Hearser out really early. He realizes how important this one is. He probably could have got that Hearser out just that little bit earlier, but it's going to be incredibly close. Nonetheless, turning Fog of War off as both of the heroes coming in onto this location. It's going to be incredibly close as the Theseus comes in here. The Hearser comes in. They are racing to the finish line, and the Hearser barely gets it. The Hearser barely gets it there, and that's a gigantic advantage for Shadowfaxx moving forward. Extra 10% cavalry move speed basically means that that Shadowfaxx can go up to like 7 point something speed here in this game. He's going to be living the absolute dream in this game. We'll see how things are going to go. There's the Longhouse up now for Shadowfaxx. And not only that, Matreiuss is also now put behind because he had to get that early hero out. He doesn't even know where the other relic on the map is. It could be another good one. The Nose of the Sphinx is another great relic for the Norse player to pick up in this situation. But we're basically going to see Shadowfaxx really, really having a fun game here with raiding cavalry. We'll see what he's going to go for straight away. If it is just simply straight in on the raiding cavalry, yes, it is. A little bit delayed on that wood for the third longhouse, but not going to be too much of a problem here. Probably didn't need that extra house. I think the ordering should be 35 pop, 3 longhouses, immediate medium cavalry in this position, and then throw your houses down afterwards. Because that way it's all going to come out in a nice order, but it seems like it's a little bit on the other... a little bit other ways than that, but it's fine. We're going to be all good. No worries with that. We just see archery 1-1-1 from Matreiuss. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll see how things are going to go. There's the Hippolyta coming in to start chunking down here. I love that Shadowfaxx is not using Forest Fire on this location. I think it is a complete waste to use Forest Fire onto a wood line where a Poseidon player is, because you just give him 2 militia, which is super, super strong there. We'll see how things are going to go here for Matreiuss. 1-1-1. I haven't seen this in forever. As the raiding cavalry coming in onto the front, these villagers happily going to be grabbing that food there as medium raiders does come in. The Theseus trying to fight off as much as it can here, getting as much damage done. Going to be retreating back now as these units here sitting idly by, as Matreiuss needs to push out and try and defend that. 41 population for Matreiuss to Shadowfaxx's 50 population here. Guys, look at those raiders. 6.6 speed already. They got up to like 7.2. It's absolutely insane. As the units do come up into this position here, and Shadowfaxx has to retreat back. He does have this Valkyrie here, and this is something which I think that Thor players specifically should do a lot more of. Is they have a low raiding cavalry, just heal that up, and I think that that's exactly what Shadowfaxx is going to be going for here. Utilize that Valkyrie more as a healer in the downtime before the big fight happens and bring it in there. As now Matreiuss is back into his base. He does have all of this hunt still remaining here in his base to grab, as he's going to continue to get units out. It's going to be a really interesting strategy here that Matreiuss is going for, as he's starting to push forward into Shadowfaxx's hunt here, but there's no villages over here. They've moved into the middle of the map, grabbing the walrus where it's concerned here, as the raiding cavalry still searching around. As soon as he sees those units, he should, or if he has to be looking at his mini-map there to notice that. Looks like he missed it for the time being here. As the raiding cavalry going to be moving in here, they do see the Toxote going to try and take that down. The Toxote can dart into that location there, as a house is going to get taken out on this position here, as more units coming in over here, and it looks like Shadowfaxx sees this and he says, "You are out of position here, sir. You will not stay here at all." And it's going to be, go back home, basically, as we do see those goats that have been grabbed. We'll see if Shadowfaxx is going to continue to try and secure those there, because that is a big amount of food. As we do see a forest fire getting dropped down, that might kill all those goats there, to be honest. As Shadowfaxx tried to imagine forest fire, but maybe didn't imagine it hard enough. Sometimes I feel like the threat of forest fire is better than actually clicking forest fire, because now those Toxotes and that army can wedge itself into a forest, and it can be really tough for those raiding cavalry to get a surround and get any real big damage done. As we see another military academy coming up here for Matreiuss. It is double gold mine here, so no real big timings available to hit the gold there, as the goats trying to get brought back home here, as Shadowfaxx is like, "Oh, can we take this fight? Can we take this fight?" Big micro here, can he keep it alive? He does keep the raiding cavalry alive, as the Toxote change targets there nicely. Villagers getting brought into the fight here, as Shadowfaxx realizes how important it is for him to win this fight here, as the Hippocon coming in here, getting some good damage done, as Matreiuss at 80 population, Shadowfaxx is at 68 population only. Somehow, some way, getting absolutely totaled in that fight here. Beautiful play by Matreiuss. I'm really liking this 1-1-1 at this point. We'll see how it's going to continue here, as the raiding cavalry swing in onto those Toxotes on the back. They do manage to get straight in onto those. They're going to be able to clean up every single one of those units there, as Matreiuss now drops down to 65 population. A huge swing in this fight. Beautiful play by Shadowfaxx, as he's leveled the playing field there beautifully. As the throwing axeman coming in to clean up the rest of those hoplites, and Matreiuss has to pull all the way back back to his home base. Matreiuss had an advantage there, but he really threw it hard there. Overcommitting just a little bit, getting those Toxotes caught out of position to those speedy raiders. Nice play by Shadowfaxx. He's going to be searching around the map for another kill somewhere along here. We'll see how things are going to come as the raiding cavalry do come in, get into this location, trying to chase down those Toxotes on the back here. One thing you could do is when you've got this, and exactly what Shadowfaxx is, I love it. He just does it. He just does it. Beautiful. Pull back against the units that aren't effective, and then have the other raiding cavalry sniping units elsewhere. Shadowfaxx's micro here in this game is absolutely on point. Obviously, he's got the advantage of having super speedy raiding cavalry. But I'm sure he's going to be able to get himself that upgrade for the even more super speedy raiding cavalry here once he gets an extra little bit more food in the back. Now he's got it. We'll see if he's going to immediately go for that or just go for the next age or something like that, as he does cancel that throwing axeman. Still no upgrade just yet. Is there another? Oh, he's going for the town center here. And yeah, we just see more raiding cavalry, which I absolutely love. I like this town center because it kind of secures a gold mine, or at least a safe, a retreat path for grabbing this gold mine here. So I quite like that town center grab from Shadowfaxx. Is his raiding cavalry going to be coming in? Can they make it through this location? There is still 44 wood left on that tree, so they can't quite get in there. So they're going to have to circle all the way around. The hoplites a little bit out of position here as the army swinging back through here. Shadowfaxx going to be a little bit careful to not overcommit into jumping into his opponent's position, because it's really easy to defend this kind of raids. As Shadowfaxx trying to sneak through, a little bit of a ghost building could pop up here and block this off, but not going to quite go for it here as the raiding cavalry just doing a little bit of a distraction action here as the hoplites swinging around the corner of the side of the map here from Matreiuss. I'm not sure why he's choosing hoplites to do this. The Hippocon would be much faster and better at these sorts of raids, but he could be searching for something to take out. Obviously, the throwing axeman a little bit slower, a little bit like can't really chase down those hoplites to deal with those, and if the raiding cavalry do chase them down, then you can just turn around and take the fight. So it does make a little bit of sense in that situation there. As the hoplites swinging around, going to be potentially trying to stop that town center from going up, but it is not going up. As Shadowfaxx gets his second town center up, and this gets him access to all of this hunt as well. It's such a beautiful town center for Shadowfaxx, as the army here of Matreiuss swinging in, as the raiding cavalry are going to get a huge surround here, as the army coming through over here as well. The Toxotes trying to retreat back as the hoplites are nowhere to be seen. Nope, there they are. Everyone is coming in to get greeted here as the Toxotes still retreating back. They've got to start fighting at some point here. You can only retreat so far, as they're in a nice position here now on the berry bushes, trying to keep themselves nice and alive here. But the throwing axeman here able to take down those hoplites really quickly. The raiding cavalry sniping down the rest of those throwing axemen there as well, as it looks like population-wise, Matreiuss is at 86. We see 80-ish for Shadowfaxx. He might have to retreat here, as it looks like Matreiuss might be able to slightly win this fight here. Is he going to the next age? No, he's not. He's throwing down farms here. He's still on berries. Doesn't have access to this hunt just yet. The Dwarven Armory is up now for Shadowfaxx. We might start seeing some armory upgrades coming through here. I'd love to see, like, now we've got the speediest of speedy raiders through 7.2 speed. I would love to see like mail upgrades coming in for Shadowfaxx here to just beef up those raiding cavalry. Same too for Matreiuss to get those upgrades at some point here as well. As at this point, now that the damage has come, we do see some villagers coming over here trying to grab this location, but it's already getting grabbed. And Shadowfaxx is just, he needs to bide his time here. He's got himself only 3 longhouses. He's got a lot of resources in the bank, trying to spam out these really slow to train medium raiders. But as more longhouses come down, he's going to be able to get even more stuff out, as these dwarves over here are getting pushed off of this hunt here with the 3 Toxotes, 2 hoplites coming in to get some good damage done. But while this is happening, it seems like the units here for Shadowfaxx popping out here can get a little bit of damage done. A couple of idle military units wouldn't go astray. 7 idle raiding cavalry for Shadowfaxx. He wouldn't go astray, bringing them in onto this fight here. As Matreiuss still trying to work this one out. He's got himself 20 villagers on food over on this location. It's going to be vitally important right next to that town center. It makes it really tough here for Matreiuss to like kind of defend. So as Shadowfaxx is getting himself a whole bunch more units out. He's going to come over here and start getting these raids in. It's going to be super tough. Not only that, with the speedy cavalry just zooming around the map, it's going to be so tough here. We'll see these units now coming onto this position as Matreiuss says, well, maybe I can take this location out. Villager's going to come in here. It's a huge, huge attack now for Matreiuss. He's bringing all of his villagers in. Matreiuss is at 103 of 115 population. Every single unit coming in. We'll see if he's going to be able to take it down as the army coming through here as fast as it possibly can. Halfway down, the villager pusher. Obviously, there's still this ceasefire remaining here as the villagers getting pulled off. The army going to continue to take this down. Throw an axeman pulling back here as the town center is getting closer and closer to falling here. The villager's still alive. The hoplites getting pulled off here as they're going to start taking this fight to Shadowfaxx. As Shadowfaxx loses his town center, the dwarves pop out. They're going to be able to start taking the fight as well. 89 population for Matreiuss. Shadowfaxx at 115 of 105 population though. Plenty of resources in the bank. Still no armory upgrades. So he does have himself a little bit of armor upgrades. And there's the ceasefire getting dropped as the town center gets clicked. And Matreiuss doesn't have the resources there to get the town center for himself. Shadowfaxx is going to be getting him that one back immediately here. How many units does he have? He's got 7 throwing axemen. Should be able to get this town center up at some point here. But a huge all-in for Matreiuss, and it doesn't quite work out for him in the end here. And not only that, Shadowfaxx is now getting his farms up over on this location. He's eating berries over here. He's still got this hunt on the front here as we see Matreiuss says, I don't care, I need this hunt. He's going to come in and try and eat this up during the ceasefire. It takes a hot second to actually eat all the hunt though, so he might end up losing these units here as the town center is getting closer and closer to finishing. Will it finish in time? It looks like it probably barely, just barely will here at 2100, 9 seconds remaining. Town center is super close. It might not get up. 3, 2, 1. Shadowfaxx deletes it and pulls back as the raiding cavalry moves straight into the main base. What a play here from Shadowfaxx. Decides to not grab it, going Speedy on the other hand, giving up all of the pressure that he had here. As the raiding cavalry are going to snipe down these units as well. But now Matreiuss has got a bit of a comeback coming here as he's just managed to barely keep that town. Well, I mean, he probably could have finished it. It probably would have gone up if he didn't delete it. But he decides to just pull back instead. And now the army swinging around here, finishing up on that hunt here. He's got this gold mine over here. The hoplites and units coming up onto this gold mine. I'm going to be checking this one out. There are a whole bunch of dwarves on this location as Shadowfaxx is going to be retreating back. He's in a really, really tough spot now. Moving around with all those raiding cavalry, looking for what he can do here in this game as the raiding cavalry does get taken down. The units coming in over here for Shadowfaxx to deal with this as well as the gatherers dwarves coming back over here. We do see the town center coming up for Shadowfaxx as well as the shieldmen Valkyrie getting a lot of villager kills on this location, and Shadowfaxx also microing that to pick off the low HP villagers as well as some hoplites coming in over here. Now we see Speedy coming in as Matreiuss realizes he's got to put the foot to the pedal here and force a defensive frost at this point. So we'll see how things are going to go. We come over here, we see those Hippocon getting taken out over here as the throwing axemen getting cleaned up on this location. The town center over here going up as well. We see the hoplites getting cleaned up over here, and there's the frost getting... What is that? That is a next to no frost. That is such a value play from Matreiuss, but Shadowfaxx still has got the advantages in this game. He's done so much damage to his opponent here. You see the town center attempting to come up over here as the hoplites trying to retreat back. The raiding cavalry snipe down. One Toxote there as the villagers getting taken down as fast as they can. We do see this Hippolyta sitting here with that nose of the Sphinx relic in her hands, wanting to put that into the town center to give himself a little bit more of a defensive edge as the town center coming up for Shadowfaxx here. We'll see how things are going to go as the hoplites coming over here to try and take out these units as best as he possibly can. But Matreiuss is relatively well stabilized here, you would think. But let's see. Look at Shadowfaxx here. He's gotten himself winter harvest immediately. He doesn't have irrigation just yet, but he should be grabbing that as soon as he can. And he's got 15 farms already. That's such a huge amount of food income coming in compared to Matreiuss, who's only got 8 farms at the moment, going on 9 farms. And he's just about to get this town center up. He's got a lot of resources to invest in farms to kind of make this work. We'll see how this is all going to end up going on, as the Frost Giant going to be able to snipe out a unit there as a town center trying to come up for Shadowfaxx. Shadowfaxx is like, look, I'm going to try and take this game a little bit more safely, try and convert his advantage just a little bit more safely. Grabbing the town center here is that way. So when you're ahead, get further ahead. And what you mean by that is get upgrades, get town centers, get economy. Don't have to continue to push your opponent to the edge of the earth here to try and get a win. As the Centaur over here does get picked off. We see these hoplites over here getting cleaned up as well, as the Hippocon over here not going to be able to do much on this position at all. As Matreiuss now 2 town centers, lots of villagers on wood, has lost a lot of villagers in this game, but he will be able to try and catch back up. But at this point, he effectively needs to produce what he's making from those hoplites, those Hippocon, everything else. He probably needs like 18 to 20 villagers on farms like now. And he doesn't quite have that. So we'll see if he's going to be able to get there anytime soon. As the Hippocon coming in over here, we see this hill fort trying to get up for Shadowfaxx. He decides, nah, I'm going to take the fight first and then get the hill fort up. No problems. More units going to be swinging in onto this position, as the Frost Giant is going to be through here to help defend. As Shadowfaxx got so many resources in the bank, he probably doesn't need any wood at this point. As the raids coming in over here, hitting this location for Shadowfaxx at this point, getting a little bit more raids onto Matreiuss, setting him even further behind. As the hill fort is now up, more units coming out for Shadowfaxx. He can get himself fortified town centers, he can get himself irrigation, he can get himself more hill forts over on this location, finishing off this town center here. Literally whatever he wants to do, he can do at this point, but just raiding Matreiuss into the ground at this point. He's got himself 4 centaur here as well. And we're looking for something to take out here, as Matreiuss searching around here, trying to figure this out himself. We do see the Frost Giant hanging out on this position here, as Matreiuss says, yep, let's come in and try and take that down there. Nice play from Matreiuss with those Centaur getting bonus damage against the Frost Giant, getting all that damage done. The Frost Giant retreating, though, should be able to keep itself alive for the time being here, as the Politer comes in to try and defend that one there. The town center over here just about to be finishing up for Shadowfaxx, as he's just about to be able to advance. I think in this position here, you can very easily go tier, or you could go Ragnarok. Either way would be a good one, because you're going to be hitting the farms that are very, 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 very weak here for Matreiuss, as he's got farms over here. He's got himself 17 farms up. So if Fimbulwinter hits both the town centers, no food income for quite some time. Or you can go Ragnarok and just go for the gold star, because there's no gold left in the main base. You know there's a gold mine over here. You know there's a gold mine over here. You know there's a gold mine over here. So you can just hit all of those with all of your excess units and find yourself a very, very strong advantage. As the Centaur coming in here, going to get some good damage done over here. It's a very interesting play from Matreiuss, trying to make this make these Centaur work at this point in the game, because he just doesn't have the spend really to spend all of that wood that he had. So he just decided, look, I'll just make some Centaur and try and make that work, pretend like I'm Zeus for a little bit. As a long house coming down for Shadowfaxx over here. We still don't have that market up here for Shadowfaxx. Is he building it somewhere? Looks like he's getting a hill fort over here, dealing with that over there. Units coming through over here. Lots of resources remaining. Still not getting himself like heavy infantry, heavy, there's the market, heavy infantry, heavy cavalry, as the next age is going to be coming in very shortly. We'll see what he's going to choose to go for here, as the Frost Giant does manage to catch out one of those raiding. Look at all of that, all of those resources for Shadowfaxx here. He's choosing Balder as the god of choice. Very un-Shadowfaxx-like, but he doesn't have an armory anymore, so he can't get his armory upgrades. He's full copper at this point. Matreiuss, on the other hand, has got no upgrades here at this point as well. As the Centaurs retreating back here. We'll see how it's all going to end up, as more raiding cavalry coming out for Shadowfaxx. Now, if you want to do the best Ragnarok you possibly can, Norse versus Greek or Norse versus Egyptian, the best bet is to make mass raiding cavalry with those rag heroes, because it means that you also have an answer to Hypaspist. And if your opponent can't get to Hypaspist, no worries. You have those raiding cavalry to roam around the map and get raids, while your heroes of Ragnarok are doing everything else. So we see Matreiuss here. He is going through Aphrodite. He is throwing some archery ranges down, so we will have access to Hypaspist here. But I think that Shadowfaxx is playing this the right way. He's getting himself the heavy cavalry, also get it champion cavalry very, very soon here, I imagine, as well as the villagers getting taken down. That 4 HP Hippolyta getting super value here. So we see some portable rams also coming in for Shadowfaxx, just the one there, and saving the rest of those resources for champion cavalry is going to be really smart as well, as we do see some walls up over on this position. Matreiuss on 3 town centers. He's got a little bit of economy going now, but he does have to get himself basically immediate heavy infantry and immediate full population out. So we do see the units immediately coming over onto this position. Probably a curse here wouldn't go astray. As Hippolyta sitting here with 28 HP. Gets a little bit extra HP getting to the next stage there. As the units coming in over here, we do see the curse getting dropped over here as the Nemean Lions coming in. The Rag Heroes on the way now for Shadowfaxx, 202 HP. Lots of resources in the bank here for Shadowfaxx. He's not going to be going for the champion Raiders here just yet, as they're trying to push in onto this position over here. See all of those red dots just moving across the map here, sending themselves straight in to take Matreiuss out. The village is going to be retreating away. Now, Matreiuss does have a market to sell, or he could build a market. He can sell some resources here to get some gold to make a whole bunch more units here. We'll see how he's going to go, but he's only sitting at 128 of 145 population as the Masons is coming through. Units pushing through onto this position as Shadowfaxx. Did he get the upgrade? No, he's still not getting the... Not getting his upgrade. They're probably getting armory upgrades here, guys. Iron weapons here. Why not iron weapons? Why not iron weapons is this is the question. I think the reason is you probably should get yourself iron mail before iron weapons against Greek, because the Hippolytas are just so strong. So getting the iron mail keeps them alive for much longer. As Matreiuss in that position does decide the game is lost. A really, really close comeback here from Matreiuss. I think that Shadowfaxx almost threw this when he didn't get that town center back up after the ceasefire, but Matreiuss just couldn't find the food in order to get to the heroic age fast enough. It's just such a tough position there for Matreiuss to be in after all is said and done. I think him getting... What happened? He kind of got caught out somewhere. Here, he had an advantage in the game, and then he decided to keep pushing forward, and he allowed Shadowfaxx to come in with his raiding cavalry and take out all of those Toxotes. I feel like if you ever get an advantage with Greek against Norse, with Poseidon against Norse, maybe it's different with Hades and Zeus, and maybe the situations can be different as well. But generally speaking, if you ever win a fight with Greek against Norse, the best option to do is either get a second town center or go heroic age. And that just obviously depends on the resources that you have. Just pull back, just give your opponent back all the breathing room, because you know that they aren't gone. Their economy is better than yours. If you take a look at the post game here, and we know that there was a lot of units that were lost here, but at this point here, the resources are relatively close. The villages are relatively close. So you know that you're not going to have any serious advantage against Norse's economy in the end of the day. Military units wise, still very, very close here for the entirety of the game, but it was like something like here, I want to say, because you see here, you see the units drop down to 24 and Shadowfaxx's units drop down to like 16, but then the units go from 24 or 23, whatever it was, all the way down to 11. That fight there was the killer for Matreiuss, and you can't make a mistake at this level. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.